Imagine you're able to get in front of thousands of people on LinkedIn without ever having spent a dime. Well, it's entirely possible, and my team has been doing it for years. So, over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through our process step by step so that you can grow your audience on LinkedIn and also grow your event. I will say that this only works for technical events and conferences. This is not meant for a B2C or entertainment event. B2C meaning business to consumer. The first step that you want to do is create a company page for your event on LinkedIn. I like a company page better because it allows you to connect to a scheduler, and you can do that through your business profile. You also have the option of an evergreen audience. And what that means is every year you can change the branding, but your followers and your trust in LinkedIn grows over time. Whereas with an event page, it's dedicated to that date and that event. And so it doesn't have the same visibility. It also doesn't grow the same amount of trust. After that, you want to create a content or scheduling calendar. Our team uses something very simple, just an Excel spreadsheet where we will put ideas out with a few each week and then have a clear expectation of who's gathering content, who's creating graphics, and who is doing all of the copy or the writing at the top of the post. One of the things that you want to think about whenever you are creating your content is how to not make it look too AI generated. In this day and age, AI generated marketing has just flooded every single avenue. And one of the things that LinkedIn prioritizes over anything is quality. And honestly, you or I, our eyes have been trained to immediately see what is AI and what is real. And so take the time to create something real and not just create AI generated stuff everywhere. Now, let's talk about LinkedIn and its algorithm and how it works. It's going to prioritize your connections. It's going to prioritize quality over quantity, and it's looking at certain feedback in order to determine what content is valuable. It'll look at likes, comments, shares, and saves, which I didn't know for a long time saves was even a thing, but it is one of the most important things for LinkedIn's algorithm. What we're going to do is we're going to use that algorithm to our advantage whenever we are building our audience on LinkedIn. First thing that you'll do after creating that content calendar is look at who is in the network, who is involved in the event. And that might include your volunteers, like your organizing committee. It might include your speakers, your sponsors, your exhibitors. All of these people are your gold mine for building an event audience on LinkedIn because of their network. They are invested, they are involved, they are the social proof that your event is worth coming to. So typically, whenever we start our event lifecycle, we have a form and we send out that form to collect headshots, bios, abstracts, and titles from our volunteers and from our speakers. And then we go back to our content calendar and we plug that content in over time. We look at how do we highlight the general chair because they're putting in thousands of hours of work and they're not getting paid. How do we highlight our speakers who may be traveling from really far away and speaking with the promise of payment or not, depends on your event budget. All of these things allow us to give that speaker or that volunteer a little bit of credit and value for the work that they're doing. And the way LinkedIn looks at it is it's also valuable because when somebody's highlighted or congratulated on LinkedIn, their network wants to congratulate them. And so, especially if it's somebody who is a bit more high profile, like a keynote speaker or your general chair, they have a huge audience on LinkedIn that is going to is going to comment, going to congratulate them, and also look at what's this event that this person is a part of? Should I be a part of it too? And so they'll check out your event page and they'll like it and they'll follow. And then that is how your audience grows. Each post like that I have seen shown to thousands of people. I think record-breaking post once was a general chair that got showed to 25,000 people because enough people congratulated him and he had such a great network that LinkedIn was like, oh, this is really valuable, and it just keeps showing it to more and more people. So when you're plotting out your event marketing and you're plotting out your content calendar, look at how you can have up to 2 to 3 posts a week and keep the quality. If you can do more than that, maybe if you have a scrunched life cycle or you started late, post more. You can do 4 to 5 posts a week. That's not a problem. You just need to make sure you keep your quality high. You don't want to start filling it up with AI generated posts or content that's not really valuable. Honestly, LinkedIn will just not do anything with it. It'll just sit there and get seen by a few people, and you just spent all that time on it and got nothing for it. So keep your quality high. 2 to 3 posts is great if you've got a nice 9 to 12 months to build an audience. If you have less time, 4 to 5 is ideal. Also, you can send out requests for videos from your volunteers. That's a really easy way to get content that's more dynamic, still gets that interaction from your audience, but doesn't require as much work on your part. There's a lot of different platforms that I can share in the description of how you can send out a request for a video and have a volunteer or a speaker record a little headshot video, kind of like I'm doing now, and you can share it with your audience. Next, you also want to think about how you can highlight your sponsors or your exhibitors. Give them a post on social media. They're all about the brand recognition, and they will often comment back and increase that reach. After you have plotted out who you're highlighting and you have that in your content calendar, you're most of the time still going to need to post about other things. Our other top performing posts are things like call for papers. In a technical conference, this is one of the best performing posts because it has a sense of urgency to it. You not only want to remind people, and they appreciate the reminder, but also it has a deadline. And so because of the urgency, they'll often like, comment, share, and that gets seen by more people, which in and of itself is good because then you're putting the information in front of more people so that you get more papers, and it's a repeating cycle, and that's what you want. So call for papers, call for speakers, that's also a really great one, as well as call for exhibitors. Then finally, you want to highlight just the local attractions. People are coming to your event not only for the networking, not only for the business aspects, but also because they want to enjoy themselves. And that can be shown through a save the date post, a location highlight, the venue highlight, the experience that people will have. If you are coming to any major city in the United States, you can reach out to the Tourism Bureau and ask for copyright-free footage. Oftentimes they'll have little video clips you can post. They'll have photos you can use without any worries about royalty or licenses, and are really nice and look great for your audience. You can also post about the hotel and the technical content. One of the things that we've done, it's not as good at getting the network to grow, but it's good for reminding people what your conference is about, is highlighting the technical aspects of the conference. The ones that I work with have many different technical focuses that is part of the program and part of the paper and research. And so we pull out each one of those little focuses and we will post separately saying, hey, we're highlighting the fact that this event covers electric machines, for example, or space. Like all of these things that we're posting, again, is filler posts. It doesn't have a lot of interaction, but it reminds people, hey, this is what the event is about. This is what it's going to cover, because sometimes the only thing that people see is the name of the event, but aren't really thinking about what's happening when they come. Finally, the thing you have to remember is any post that you put out there, any marketing that you're doing has to answer the question of what problem is this event going to solve? It could be as simple as networking. You're going to meet people that you need to know if you come to this event, or you're going to find a technical solution for a problem you've been having at work. You're going to get education that's going to help you to do your job better or improve you in your career. You're going to showcase your technology and get feedback and find out if the market's ready for your technology or not. You also could be like a lot of the students that come to the shows that we do, where they need to get their work in front of people and they need to get feedback so they can do a better job of research and design that they're working on. If you do all of these things, if you have a company page, if you're highlighting your volunteers, you are making sure to get in front of the people who care, I guarantee you that your event will be shown to thousands of people on LinkedIn without you having to spend a dime.